Hi everyone, it's Heather from True North Spirit Medicine. How are you going today? Today I'm going to be doing the monthly energy reading for October 2024. So how are you all going? How did you survive September? Did you hang on to your hats? There was lots of good advice that came through and I made a shorter video with just that advice for handling the high frequency energies. So grounding and drinking extra water and resting and all of those lovely self-care tips. So hopefully you manage to practice some of those good nervous system regulation activities and that you manage to hang on to your hats. I will shuffle the cards and deal the cards, and then we'll let them do the channel-y bit and read the cards through me, because I think that's kind of exciting and I like that way of working. Okay, so I've got two decks today. I've got the Green Witch Oracle by Cheralyn Darcey. I'm not sure who did the illustrations for this because it's not on the front cover. It'll be in the booklet and I'll put it in the description box below. And the other deck is Herbal Astrology Oracle by Adriana Ayales, artwork by Josephine Klerks. Yeah, I haven't used these ones on camera for a while, I don't think. Cool. Okay, I think I'll take two cards from the Green Witch Oracle and maybe one card from Herbal Astrology. Yeah. So I'll shuffle the cards away from the microphone. Ooh, and drop one immediately. Oh, I like that. Yeah, so I always kind of tune in a bit before I start the camera, and I always ask for the best, clearest, lovingest, most useful, beneficial, high vibe messages for the people watching to come through as easily and gently and funnily as possible. Something along those lines anyway. And one's just jumped out of me, which I quite like already. And we'll get one more. Okay, that'll do. Sometimes the jumpers are good because they cut through the, say, intellectual decision-making process. You know, sometimes you can think about these things too much. I did a corporate reading event a couple of weeks ago, and there was like 200 people at the event. We didn't read for all of them, but we were there for 3 hours, and two of us, and we were both really busy. Like I didn't stop for 3 hours doing readings after readings, and it was really interesting. Like a lot of people in those kind of events, a lot of them have never had readings before. So it's like lots of newbies, which is fun. But it's interesting, like I took a range of decks for them to choose from. And sometimes people took a really long time to decide. And I'm like, there's no wrong answer here. Like you can't just choose which one feels right to you today or in this moment, or, because we've got to do quite short readings at those big events. And so sometimes when you're shuffling and cards jump out at you, it's good because it stops you thinking too much, if that makes sense. Yeah. Sometimes you're just clumsy and you drop a whole bunch, so you got to shuffle again. But yeah, sometimes they speed the process up for you. And I've just made the process longer by talking through it, which is kind of funny. Interesting. Oh, see, I've taken two now. Okay, so I've got two from the Green Witch Oracle and two from the Herbal Astrology Oracle. Okay, so I have a sip of water and then I'll tune in and see what they've got for us today. I'm quite excited. I'm just tucking the microphone lead into my pocket so it doesn't pull me down, man. Okay. Greetings, dear ones, and thank you again for joining us here today. As always, we welcome you wholeheartedly to our table. As always, we welcome you with open arms to feast with us on this delightful day of divine abundance. Whichever day you are watching this video is always a day of divine abundance when you connect with us, my dear friends. And of course, we are an element of yourselves, your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed into spirit. We are an element of all of these for each of you. For each of you, feel something slightly different and see something slightly different when we come to you through this channel of Heather. And that is as it should be, my friends. For each of your path is individual to yourself. No one can choose the next steps for you, nor indeed should anybody choose your next steps. Of course, you can get advice and you can lean on your friends and you can talk to professionals and do some quizzes to find out what best suits you. But the invitation here, my dear friends, as always, but particularly now in this time of fecund abundance and amplified energy, as we remind you of the giant quartz crystal that infuses your earth at this time. We invite you to follow those crumbs of desire, those flames on the pathway that lead you forward into your desires, into an abundant future, into a career path or a relationship or a job or a friendship or a situation or a new friendship group, which will encompass you in a new hug of love. And this then will elevate you to a new frequency. And of course, as we know, we are all connected, my friends. So you elevating yourself to this new higher frequency of love ripples and reverberates out into the cosmos. And as we have said before, my friends, a rising tide lifts all boats. So you rising up, Heather rising up, us rising up, we rising up, all of us rising up helps everybody else rise up. Remember to duck and dodge the bullets of negativity that might come your way, because some people cannot handle the light. Some people fear your transparency and your brightness. But that just means they are not your people, my friends. Turn towards the light like a sunflower does. And indeed, this card here has sunflowers on it. A card that Heather thought was, maybe not for us today. Calendula, purity. And we wish to speak of the child in this card and as it walks towards this golden doorway in the mountains. And it is symbolizing the purity of heart of the child, the innocence, the guilelessness, and the almost, one might say as an adult, the arrogant ego of a child that declares that certain things are easy or they can do anything. But it is not ego arrogance as we would think of it as an adult. It is the beautiful confidence and the wonderful innocence of a child who indeed does say, I can do anything. I can be anything. And it is this pure heart and this driving flame, heart-filled force that we wish each of you to tap into. What lights you up from the inside, follow that path. It is simple, is it not, my friends? When we boil it down to the essence of everything. Follow what lights you up from the inside. It is a heart-centered universe, my friends. Remember that the ancient Egyptians, in their long history of ancient memories and ancient knowledges, unlike the humans who tried to cryogenically freeze themselves and make sure that the brain is the most important thing to stay frozen, because they think that the brain in the Western culture is the most important thing and the storehouse of memories and information. Completely disregarding the soul, my friends, completely disregarding the soul. But the ancient Egyptians, they mummified the heart, they preserved the heart. So they had a much closer alignment to source energy and a much closer understanding of what it was to be connected to the universe, my friend. We are reminding Heather that she is standing on one of the most ancient continents in the world. And she is lucky enough to be standing and walking and dancing on the ancestral lands of the oldest continuous civilization on the planet. And they, of course, the Aboriginal Australians, were aligned with source energy, millennia older than the Egyptians, whom we as a worldwide culture revere almost above all others. And yet here we see in the smoke of the background of this card an even more ancient wisdom. And we are telling Heather that this in this card today represents that ancestral knowledge and the ancient memories with the rosemary in the gardens of those that live in the earth beneath her feet. It is beautiful, is it not? If you too are on these homelands here, you can feel it, can you not? And wherever you are in the world and whatever dirt is under your feet, you too may tap into the ancestral knowledge and the ancient memories of those that walked before you in whatever country and whatever continent you walk upon. It is a good time for that, my friends, as we remind all of us to not only connect up to source energy and balance your chakras and connect to self, but also to remember always, always, always to send that column of light energy deep down into the center of the earth. So you connect down, you connect through, and you connect up. It is like you are standing in a big column of light. It is beautiful, it is powerful, it connects you to what has come before, it connects you to what is now, and it connects you to what we will call the future and what is to come. But of course, all time is now. For we would like to remind you, my dear friends, that you are doing well. As we often say, pat yourselves on the back, hug yourself. Thank every cell in your body for being happy and healthy and on track. You have control over your biology. You have control over your future direction. You have control over your state of mind. And most of all, you have control over your state of heart. And you have us by your side to help you. Imagine a beautiful field of sunflowers. You are standing in the middle of a beautiful field of sunflowers, and every single one of those sunflowers, tall, facing the sun, full of light, full of beauty, full of the fertility of the earth and the joyous light of the sky. And that gives you a small idea of the amount of support that you have around you. If you imagine that each one of those beautiful sunflowers in a field of thousands represents hundreds of us, my friends. Hundreds of us. And it will begin to give you a small understanding of how much support you have. Luck is on your side. Luck is on your side, my friends. Look at the beautiful green fertility of this card. It's like the energy of summer is infused in the beautiful, fertile greenness of this lime. It does not matter what season you are actually in, my friends. And we would like to ask you, or to invite you, or to remind you that not only are you surrounded by an infinite number of us, your spiritual team, your backstage crew, as Heather likes to call us. Not only are you surrounded by an infinite number of us, but you also have the capacity within you to lead. And it is this last card, which Heather drew second, might we say, and it is symbolized by the broccoli, but it says leadership. And we ask you to stand as tall as the florets in this card, my friends. Stand as tall as they are. Stand as tall as the sunflowers are. You have the beauty of the planet behind you through these shifts and changes which we are all encompassed by, shall we say. The great grand shift, the renaissance of human consciousness. Never forget that you are in a very unique time in the planet's history, my friends. We can look back at the times of Renaissance art and see transformation in thinking and transformation in style and transformation in laws and transformation in the rights of women, for example, and individuals. And we look back in history and go, wasn't that a great time of transformation where things improved for humanity? And yes, indeed it was. But we like to remind you, because sometimes you forget in your 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, washing your hair and cutting your toenails and walking the dog daily lives. Sometimes you forget you are in the middle of a crucible of change. And sometimes your nervous system feels this change because it has done this before. And in the past, when humanity changed so much, you had to pass away into spirit in your human form could not handle the changes. And then you would come back, recycled, and begin again on a different journey with the same soul in a new body. But this time, my friends, it is unusual. This time it is different. Not only is it, shall we say, the most profound shift in human consciousness ever, but you are doing it while you're awake. Woohoo! Big job, my friends, big job. So it is really important to nurture your physical self, to allow your nervous system to be rested and held and hugged by those who love you, including yourself. One of Heather's favorite easy devices for nervous system regulation is the drinking of licorice tea. Licorice root tea and peppermint is her favorite combination at the moment. Refreshing and soothing and calming all at the same time. And we recommend this and others to you now. There are many herbalists or nutritionists or naturopaths or Chinese medicine masters or mistresses who can assist you with these types of things you can ingest to assist your nervous system. We are showing Heather the international symbol for research. So you can do your own research as well and find what suits you, what works for you. Because there are many activities which will help to calm your nervous system, but it is important. You cannot follow your feelings, you cannot follow your heart if you cannot feel your feelings and you do not know what your heart is saying to you. And if your body is in cortisol stress overload, you cannot hear it. But it is able to be remedied, my friends, and we encourage you to do so this month. In fact, let that be your homework, my friends, to work with your nervous system as much as you can. Every day with a meditation, every day with a tea, every day with a walk in nature, every day, a cold shower, a mindfulness practice, a patting of a dog or a cat, a telephoning of a loved one, a breathing technique, and so on. You will find your own nest, my friends. And so we would like to leave you with that homework, my friends, this month. We invite you to speak with us throughout the month, my friends. You may listen to these videos more than once if you choose, or you may do your own meditations and connect with us in that way, whichever is more suitable for you. But we absolutely invite you to sit with us at our table, so to speak, more than just once a month. It is important. We have not said this before. This is new information. But it is important to connect with us a vibration similar to us, a vibration as high as us, as often as you can, and that will help keep you grounded, keep you stable, keep you connected to your sunflower field full of support. We love you dearly, and we know that you will heed our words, and we will indeed speak to you as soon as you allow us. With very much love. Take very good care of yourselves, and we will talk to you very soon. And so it is. Okay. That was nice. I like the sunflower thing. And I really did when I drew that card, because luck was the one that jumped out at me first, the lime. And I thought that was quite cute. And then when I picked up the Herbal Astrology deck, the sunflower card was the third card I drew. They spoke about it first, and I did initially go, But yeah, it's quite lovely. I have never sort of pictured them as a field of sunflowers before. It's quite a beautiful image. I like it. So I hope that helped. I hope that you get stuff out of these videos. I do quite like making them because it means I get to sit with their lovely energy for a while each month, which is nice. Well, I sit with them more often, like they've invited you to do, but I sit with them very specifically in this way with this camera for you, and it's nice. I was talking to a dear old friend of mine yesterday. Hello, dear old friend. And I was saying how at the end of the videos I'm a bit kind of waffly because it's very left brain, right brain. And I used to write myself a note to remind myself to say the stuff I'm meant to say, and I've actually done it this time and remembered to bring the note with me. So that's nice. So yeah, like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already, because all of those things help the YouTube algorithm show it to more people. So if you think what you're seeing is good, then those thumbs up help other people see it as well. Feel free to share it, share the link with anybody you think might benefit as well. So the post-it note, haha. Merch still for sale. Actually, and there's a sale on the Redbubble site at the moment. I think it's 40% off. I'm pretty sure it's still going. And I've got the threadless. So that's t-shirts and phone cases and mugs and all sorts of things. I haven't finished uploading all the designs onto Redbubble yet, but I think I've said this, if you see something you like on threadless that's not on Redbubble, just tell me and I'll make it happen. A plant communication course on Udemy is available. It's only $29.99 Australian, and it's good. I spent 7 months putting it together and I'm quite proud of it. And as some of you know, I'm a teacher by trade, so it's well structured and well paced and, you know, all the rest of it, well researched. And it's only about an hour long, an hour and 4 minutes, I think, because I didn't want it to be too overwhelming. You know, sometimes you buy those online courses and it's like 36 million hours of videos and you just go, it's too much, and you never watch any of it. So I didn't want that to happen. I wanted it to be reasonably priced, and I wanted it to be, you know, a reasonable amount of time. So it's actually only an hour and 4 minutes, but there's a lot in that hour and 4 minutes. And of course you have it for life once you've purchased it. So feel free to jump on board with that. All of this stuff, all of the links to the merch and my courses and things are in the description box below. I don't know why we always point, but you know, below is there. I have a chakra balance meditation that's also for sale. I think it's $2.99, which is a bit of a bargain. I'm going to add to the stable of audio files that you can access as well shortly, which is exciting. And I don't know if I've mentioned this. I decided a little while ago that I was going to make my own oracle card deck. So that's super exciting, I think. So it's been in process for a little while. It's going to be a mixed media deck. So some digital designs, some paintings, acrylic and watercolor, maybe some sketches and charcoal as well. But yeah, I'm quite excited about that. So I've been chipping away. It's quite a big project, as you can imagine. I think there's going to be 55 cards. And I haven't actually counted how many are done. But yeah, so I'll keep you updated on the progress of that as well. So yeah, But yes, I'll keep talking about it because that keeps me motivated as well. Accountable. I said I was going to do it. No, I'm enjoying it. It's a nice project. Yeah, and I think that's it. Do your homework. Take good care, drink lots of water, get out in nature, all of that kind of bizou. That still applies more than ever. Remember to ask to be attuned to the highest, best frequency available to you now in your meditations when you feel it, because it's shifting and shifting and shifting like that radio dial. It's shifting quite rapidly. So I highly recommend that as a technique to put into your daily toolbox. And that's it. Have fun. Go for a dance, go for a swim, laugh with your friends, and take good care. And I'll speak to you next month. Much love. Bye.